seen Joe's dong? 16 inches long. Carries all that weight. His jeans suffocate. Things ain't all that easy when you got a massive schlong that doesn't fit nowhere, and I mean anywhere. His cock's a third leg, and the ladies beg. Makes the greatest sacrifice. It's thick as a thigh. It's like a rock hard third eye. That's a dong I know, and that's a dong I know.
Wow.
That was incredible. That might be the best dong song I've ever heard.
That was phenomenal.
That was unreal.
So, listeners, you're probably, your ears just got tickled and you're thinking it must be our old friend Kevin the Schmoll playing another dong song, but no. This is the other half of the Gentle Chodes. Some would say the better half. And he's here with us today, Amir Kabiri.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. You know, I think Kevin gets a lot of attention because he plays the front man. But, you know, I believe that there's a heart and soul, or I guess you could say cock and testicles, to the band that I bring. And without me, we don't have the same vibe, you know? Because every great group has the wingman.
So...
But you're not the... I wouldn't call yourself the wing... Do you think you're the wingman?
I mean, listen, I'll play that role, but deep down, we all know who's bringing you know what. Because, you know, like without Steven Van Zandt, there's no Bruce Springsteen. Without Noel Gallagher, there's no Oasis. And without me, there's no Gentle Chode.
And he was talking shit. Like we had a show together on Friday, and he was like, "Oh, Amir's going to do a song, but Amir, he doesn't." He's like, he was basically saying he's responsible for the great work you guys put
I know,
out.
he likes to take credit.
I mean, I would go so far as to say you're captain, dong.
Thank you.
And not only that, Kevin may be the shaft. First thing you see, you're the balls. You're the cream.
Thank you.
You provide the substance.
Yeah, the cock can be a cock, but the cock doesn't do its cock things.
It's mostly ceremonial.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the full testosterone, I would say, you know, and I'm not going to be shy here. I would say that I bring something to the table here, and it's a lot more than I get credit for. And listen, I respect Kevin. I like what he's doing. And, you know, we've been a group for over a year now. And, but we do have some fundamental differences.
And who writes the hooks?
You know who.
Do you write the hooks?
I mean,
you guys have great hooks.
I think Kevin okay, so I'm actually going to give him some props here because Kevin, I've never seen anyone as passionate about as anything as Kevin is about the male genitalia.
Penis.
Yeah, the penis for layman's terms. And he brings a lot of heart and soul to the group. But when we're writing, he'll get stuck and he needs me. Because
he's so his brain is just a factory line of just like nuts and cock and pubes. And then you come in with the view from the top floor and you're like, hey, maybe sprinkle in other words.
Not even that. I'd say I come in with some general artistry. I like to bring a cohesive song structure to the table. I think Kevin comes in with passion, but he needs someone to come in and
make it music.
Yeah, make it music.
Because he just basically, I picture this. He comes over to your house, bangs on the door loud. Like you knew he was coming over. He could just, be gentle about it.
He comes in with a heart on.
Yeah. He comes in, he's like, I got a song. All right. And then you're like, all right, play it for me. And he's like, well, no, hold on. And he just goes, cock, 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 cock.
And I'm like, all right, let's break it down. Let's start with the verse.
Right.
And I think you two, I've seen some writing sessions.
Yeah.
I've been present for them. And like what you're saying, Kevin will come in and he'll say, cock, 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 bellin', 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 balls, and foreskin, you know, and he's just so obsessed with the penis. He loves penis. And you're like, but what is this song really about?
Yeah, and I'll give him credit, you know, because to be honest with you, like, not many people like see it for what it, like, Kevin comes in with some real energy, some like pure energy, something that you don't really see in, you know, day-to-day life.
Exactly. He does bring a nice, he does bring a good rock star, like Liam energy.
He's Liam. Yeah, he's Liam.
You know, he wears, you know, Liam wears a parka. Kevin actually wears, you know, a giant condom.
Exactly. Yeah, I would say he's Liam, but I write the chorus.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Choruses are big. Choruses are huge.
Huge. In fact, the other night he wrote this song. It was like, it was great. It was a great vibe, and I had to stop him right in the middle. I go, Kevin, where's the chorus?
Whoa.
And
so we had to introduce some new harmonies and things like that.
And yeah, and then you guys were beefing at the he was saying like, I'm Lennon, I'm McCartney.
Yeah, he did say that, huh?
Yeah.
He said you were Ringo.
He called me Ringo?
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker.
I think you're probably Paul, but I think in the dynamic, like in the way he's treating you, it resembles George. Where Paul and John kind of boxed George out of the songwriting.
Right.
And then when they all went solo, George had the best records.
Yeah. What was his best song? What was it? It was
My Sweet Lord.
I was thinking something else.
My Sweet Dong.
Who did the guitar?
While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Gently Weeps. I mean, what a classic.
Mm-hmm.
I think you know, if you were a pop punk band, your name would be Tom the Dong.
Tom the Dong.
And Kevin would be Mark Hoppus.
Just Mark Hoppus.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like
what
that.
I'm trying to say is, Kevin, I hope you're watching. Amir is the top dong.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's a dong off.
It's a dong. We're starting a dong off on this episode.
I mean, look, we can let him behind the curtain a little bit. This is a real thing. There's real friction there. There's real competition, but we're putting it on display.
Yeah.
We're going to go dong for dong, and you, the listener, is going to tell us who's the top dong.
Listen, if it's going to be like that, Kevin, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm the full cock and balls. You're just a pube.
Wow, dude.
Now, I is there any other kind of spiritual differences that you care to illuminate?
Yeah, I would say this. And again, I'm not knocking Kevin. Kevin, he's the front man. I give him credit. I give him props. He comes in with a lot of passion. But Kevin's a purist, you know, and that's a good thing. You know, we need purists. He's a traditionalist. But me, I look forward. I'm a forward looker, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm technology forward. And I know this is going to cause some controversy, but you know, AI is here. AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And a lot of artists don't want to introduce AI into the process. But when it's here and when you can't deny its presence, I think that you need to embrace it. I think that you need to look forward. And I think the highest and best use of AI is to honor the dong.
That's well said, man. And you know, it's a tough spot to be fighting from, because people, the moment you say I use AI, people think you're full of it. They think you don't have the goods without it. But I like where you're coming from, because if it makes the song better, that's what matters. And you know, we talk about John Henry versus the Machine. You know, they got their axe and his pick, and he's going through the rock, and everyone hates the Machine. But what did the Machine give us? Abundance.
I was gonna say dong, but yeah.
And dong.
And dong.
Well, in this case, dong.
Yeah.
But you know, it's not all the stuff we like came from our ability to get more.
Listen, and I'm not saying it's awesome to get replaced by AI. I don't even think that's happening. I just think it's here, and we cannot live in this bubble of denial, right?
Yes.
I think, you know, let's look at it. I have two analogies here.
Go.
One pertains to the dong itself.
Yeah.
You know, dongs everywhere. When the dildo came around, they were like, this is a travesty. I'm never going to enter, a vagina again. I'm going to be replaced by the dildo. But what did it do? It enhanced female orgasms. It went in, it helped to DP when there was only one true dong present. The dildo has only made our lives better. You're the dildo. You're
a living, breathing dildo.
Yes, and Skrillex came along, and everyone was, saying DJs are the worst. They just, they're not even making music. It's robot farts. But Skrillex came along, and he made a whole new genre of music.
Oh yeah,
with the computer. You're creating a whole new genre of dong song.
It's called innovation, I think. I think it's a tool. And we look back and we can respect traditionalists and purists for what they were and what they bring. And it's true earthy, a soul that we have to embrace. But of course, the world isn't stagnant. I mean, we move forward, we evolve. I mean, when Dylan went electric, what did we do? We all got upset. But then looking back now, I mean, what? That was obviously the next step in his journey. And then we got the Dylan electric era. So I just think we can't push this out of our world. I mean, it's here. So what are we going to do? Just deny it? Nah, I think we got to take it. We got to embrace it. And we got to use it for what it's good for, which is embracing the dong.
Making good dong.
Johnny Cash said, track some mud on the carpet. And I think what you're saying is track some cum on the carpet.
Totally.
Crunchy.
It's, I know it's controversial.
Yeah, let's just sit with it for a sec, because it is tough.
Yeah.
But what behooves us is to have honest conversation on it.
Yeah.
And I loved what you were saying.
I agree.
I mean, because, where would we be if we didn't have vibrators?
I don't know.
Women didn't start having orgasms till like 1996.
Yeah.
Before then.
Is that the year?
Yeah.
Wow. So what about 95? What are they doing?
Faking or just, saying, no, nothing happened.
And do we know the first person who?
How to know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Madonna.
Madonna did?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
She had one of her handsome backup dancers strap up a vibrator.
Is that the song she wrote, Living on a Prayer? Is it about that?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Bon Jovi's song.
Oh, Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi's song is about that, though. About getting pegged.
She had a song about a prayer, too, though.
Like a prayer.
Like a prayer.
Yeah, that chorus when it hits,
that's
swell.
Is that inspired
by
her
the first orgasm, yeah.
Wow.
When you call my name, I'm coming oh so hard.
Unreal.
I seem to take you there when you call my name. Well, this is, we're just honored to have, such a promising young dong songer on the podcast, and
appreciate it.
And thank you for speaking so honestly about you and Kevin and the Gentle Chodes. I think you're the top. I truly believe this. My fiance was at the show.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, that was phenomenal.
Really?
The songs are phenomenal. Guys, check out the Gentle Chodes. You guys, and I really mean this, you guys need to put out a record, and you need to start playing full live shows.
Yeah.
You need to put on some concerts.
No, we're planning to do the Troubadour this next year. I think we got the Troubadour. We haven't made any steps towards playing there yet, but we want to.
Yeah.
And then we also want to do some other big spots.
The Wiltern?
We want to do the Wiltern next year. Again, we have
Pantages?
The Pantages, yeah, that we could do the Pantages.
If you do it as more of like a musical?
Yeah, I mean...
Have you thought about that?
I haven't thought about that, actually. That's a good idea.
A bunch of wieners running around on stage.
I like that.
Like the Lion King kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I saw the Lion King. It was pretty lame, and I think we could do a way better job.
Whoa, you thought the Lion King was lame?
I thought I didn't like the themes it brought up, and I felt weird and stressed in the back in the Pantages.
What themes?
I don't know. It made me feel guilty.
For what?
I can't remember why. This was over 10 years ago, but I was watching it and I felt kind of stressed and guilty. And I was like, that's not what I want to feel at a show like this at the Pantages, such a legendary show.
Because why? Circle of Life? Hakuna Matata?
I like Hakuna Matata. I like that because it's very,
Positive.
It's positive. But there's a heavy scene in there. And, I just walked away feeling like, I don't know, I didn't like what that brought up inside of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it very much hit something. But we don't want to go there again. No, all due respect. We'll stay away.
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but we are on tour. First, this show, my birthday. I'm doing my one-man show at Jam in the Van in Los Angeles, November 7th. Get your tickets. Come celebrate my birthday with me by doing a one-man show. And then we're going to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Pottstown, PA, Philadelphia, Santa Cruz. Come see us, guys. We are coming in hot. Tickets at shanjt.com.
Well, let's bring up some good news. I mean, guys, you might be hearing it right now as you're listening to the pod. It's going on as we speak. The Dodgers World Series celebration is happening outside our wonderful producer Jake's window. We might pop out just to get a look at some of the legends. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, Yamamoto, Kike. What a performance by those guys.
Pajes, you said already?
Pajes came in. What a catch. That ninth inning was phenomenal, dude.
He just fucking rolled right over Kike.
And two huge plays, like the Rojas one at the plate with the foot coming up and coming back down. The drama was phenomenal. And all these people saying the Dodgers pay to win, they don't even have the number one payroll in baseball. The Mets do. And where were they? And the Blue Jays are fifth. It's not like they're like broke. It's not rigged. You guys say, I'm responding to the chat, people listening at home. I'm sorry, I'm getting so mad. Look, this is my point. The Dodgers are a great team. They're a likable bunch. They're great guys. They deserve the title. It was an honor to watch them do it.
It was so cool to see a team embody both the contending, like they're the current champions and the underdog simultaneously. Like I felt like they're the system, but I also felt like they're about to break the system in the same game.
That's cool. They're the paradigm and they're the paradigm shift. I mean, and they got just phenomenal guys, like iconic, legendary players.
Great personalities.
Awesome, dude. The Japanese guys are incredible.
So great.
Dude, how about Robleski too? Who was the guy who he got in a fight with?
That was Jimenez.
So Jimenez, you could see clearly on the TV, Jimenez came after him and he's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker."
That was Robleski. Robleski said
Robleski. Yeah. Oh, dude. Phenomenal.
So cool.
Did you guys see Yamamoto cleaning out the dugout after game 2?
I heard about that.
Was he?
Yeah, the guy's just got manners for days.
I mean, him and Ohtani.
The greatest. Ohtani's like pushing his kid into the park before the game.
Likeable,
his wife's asking him for stuff.
Yeah.
He's totally present, still being a dad and a husband.
Wow.
Right before he goes out there and just goes 4 for 4 with 5 walks. I mean, or that might have been on his way to the 6. Oh, no, that was on his way to the NLCS when he 6 shutout innings and 3 bombs.
Whoa. Did you see the end when Yamamoto was honored with the MVP of the World Series? Mm-hmm. And he was just standing there and Mookie goes, "You got to hold the trophy." And so he goes, "Oh, okay." He held it up.
Yeah. And Mookie, dude, he had a tough offensive series, but
Parade is coming?
closed it out with a double play. He's not a shortstop. He played it in high school, a little second base in the minors, but unbelievable to go full-time shortstop at 33. What a stud.
So cool.
Should I move the camera or no?
I'm not even a big Dodgers fan. I just love great teams.
I kind of want to see.
Great guys.
You
Go check it
Can
out.
you see the team?
Go check it out. We'll hold this down. See, tell us what it looks like. All right. Amir, now I wanted to throw this at you.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to talk a little bit like Patrick Bet-David for like 10 minutes. I wanted to throw this at you.
That's a good impression.
Because I'm a numbers guy. And a lot of people are saying Yamamoto, maybe to some people, the best pitching performance in baseball history. I'm not talking about international play. That's very important, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Major League Baseball.
Okay.
Best World Series performance.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know Yamamoto, but what I hear about him, very studious guy. Okay. Who do you pick for your best pitching performance of the last, let's say modern era? Let's cut it off at 2000. Do you go Randy Johnson 2001? Game 2, complete game, shutout, 3 hits, 4 base runners. Game 6, 7 innings, 2 runs. Game 7, no days rest, 1 inning and a third. Wins 3 games, no rest between 6 and 7. We got Yamamoto. Complete game, 1 run in game 2. Game 6, 6 innings pitched, 1 run. Game 7, relief, 2 innings, 2 third innings pitched, 0 earned runs. 10 hits over the entire series. Not as good as Randy Johnson on that front. We're not talking about Bob Gibson. Then you have Madison Bumgarner, 2014. Game 1, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run. Game 5, complete game shutout. Game 7, 5 innings pitched, 0 runs. Came in the 5th inning, pitched 5 innings, finished the game out. 21 innings pitched over the series.
Wow.
But a couple days rest in between 5 and 7. What do you pick? As a baseball, you're an enthusiast. You're a huge baseball fan.
We can go with that, yeah.
As a huge baseball fan, do you find yourself leaning towards a guy like Bumgarner, who pitched more innings but got more rest, or do you find yourself, Chad, baseball guy, do you find yourself more impressed by Bumgarner going more innings but more rest, or a guy like Yamamoto, who's going back, who's doing it in consecutive days? As a numbers guy.
As a numbers guy? As a numbers guy. I mean, I got to go Yamamoto.
I think I go Yamamoto too.
Yeah,
Gutsy.
you can
And it was
take a third
gutsy.
Yamamoto right here.
Yeah, I got to go Yamamoto.
It was so gutsy. It was
Yeah.
gutsy. And guts means a lot. In America, guts means a lot. And for a Japanese guy to have those kind of guts, that means a lot.
Bro, Yamamoto,
Let's go so.
there we go.
Let's go so.
I was stuck there, and you landed the plane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a mutual thing. We're a partnership. We work with each other. We jump on each other. That's part of how we build.
Quit. I think so. Just saw the parade go by. Just saw some of the Dodgers. That was sick.
Did you
did?
actually?
Yeah, I just saw some of the Dodgers.
Were they on top of the bus?
Yeah.
That's cool,
Yeah.
man.
I was
Go
like,
look. Go look.
Oh,
Amir's
no,
still there.
they already.
Oh.
You missed it, bro.
Oh.
Bro, that sucks, dude.
So, Will Klein, is he a Dodgers pitcher?
Yeah, he pitched great.
I saw him.
Oh,
I
that's
saw that. I
awesome.
saw that beard. I was like, dude, I think that's him.
He came
Whoa.
up huge.
Did you
Yeah,
see?
oh, yeah,
I think it
that-
was game
that-
6 where he came up huge, right? Or was it game
Game
7?
5.
That was the 18 innings one, I thought.
Right. Oh, that was 18 innings. Yeah.
Game 3.
Dude, yeah. I felt so bad for him too. Just with I always feel bad for athletes with the commentary. They're like, no one expected this guy to even play in any games. I mean, this guy's last. He's last in the bullpen. Everyone thinks he sucks. He's a ginger. And I'm like, guys, relax. You know what I mean?
He's a ginger.
Yeah,
He just
Yeah,
throw
yeah.
ginger
I was
out.
like, well, you got Ken Rosenthal. He's like, he's a ginger. I'm like, dude, you're shut up, geek.
Where'd you come out with that?
Whispers in the locker room, not very impressive while naked. No one's expecting much from him in this spot.
Yeah.
You know, I just love Yamamoto. He doesn't even, he's still, I mean, he comes out with this translator. I mean, he's new to America. He's new to the country. Those
I know.
other guys, they were around. They speak English.
But what a badass, too, that he's new to the country. He's new to the Dodgers, but he still inherits their conflict. The honor of that when he
yeah.
beamed Springer, who was part of the Stroh's play stealing, pitch count
Oh,
stealing.
no, I don't know what you're talking about.
So the Astros cheated in 2017. They were
Yeah.
like spying on the catcher so they could know what pitch was coming.
Yeah.
And they had like a light system and like buzzers and all this crazy crap. And Springer was on that team and they stole a World Series from the Dodgers. Yamamoto comes to the team 2 years ago. He's like, oh, you guys all hate this guy? Bang! Plunks him with one.
Really?
Yeah, he put it on his
He
like
came in.
Yeah.
That's
knocked
awesome.
him in the wrist.
He goes, let me help you out with this conflict.
Yeah, and then Yamamoto just stared at him and was like, what's up, bitch?
Really?
So cool.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. I didn't know Otani's like 31. I didn't know he's been playing for like 9 years. Or he was with the Angels for 9 years.
I know, the Angels wasted him.
Yeah, he was kind of quiet during those years.
Because no one pays attention to the Angels because, well, I think he won one or two MVPs with the
Really?
Angels, but they had him and Mike Trout and they still sucked. It was unbelievable.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, and they just...
I couldn't believe that. I thought he was brand new to
Yeah,
the league.
it
and just,
sounds like he is because everyone's just talking about him now.
Yeah.
That's why the league wanted him. I think everybody wanted him to go to a big market team that was
Yeah.
in the zeitgeist a little bit more because he was just squandering
Did you see that?
Man,
clip?
that's got to be so
True
frustrating.
greatness.
You know what? Sorry to interrupt. I just got the Ohtani thing. I love about Ohtani is when he's up to bat, you can see how sweet he is with the way he's like.
He's got the puffy eyes.
He's just like
He's gentle.
he like
he's a
has
gentle
like
giant.
a very like
the
sweet
man.
demeanor.
But he's so respectful. Did you see the clip where
They're
he gets
all the
hit?
Dodgers, like Freeman and Betts. They're all just great guys.
Great guys.
Yo, where you got the greatest.
He got hit, and then the bench clears, and then he waves them off. He goes, "It's all good, guys."
Yeah, he goes, don't come out and fight.
Yeah.
And then he walked up to the opposing team with his hands behind his back and was, I don't know what he said to him. I picture he said something like, fellas, you came after me and that is okay, for we are in competition.
Yeah.
But if you come after me again, remember, I also pitch and I will be forced to come after you. So let us proceed in peace.
Wow.
And then the other team was like, yeah, that's right. He's right.
Yeah.
He's right. And then he
That's
walked
wild,
away.
dude. What a hero!
Dude, the announcers when he did that were bugging out. They're like, "We have never seen leadership because, like in America, if you beat us, we're supposed to run out there and be like, "What's up, bitch? Let's go." But then he was like measured and calm. We were like, everybody's like, I've been showing it to my fiance all the time. I'm like, look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He reacted with like poise and honor. I'm like, it's super inspiring.
But that's what gives the Dodgers so much color is you have these characters. You have this very nice, respectful guy, and then you have Robleski, the fuck you motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then you got Pages and Rojas.
It's awesome, dude. It's
Yeah.
an international team.
Hell
We got
yeah.
every kind of sensibility, every kind of dude, and they come together to form a unit because I believe in that. It takes all kinds to make something perfect.
It reminds me of the Lakers back in like 2009 and 10 when they had all these characters on the
Like
team.
Sasha and Pau and
Meta World Peace.
Yeah, that was a fun bunch.
You got this group of people who don't look like they belong together, but they're forced to. And then you get to watch not only them excel at the sport, but
Yeah.
also become this group of just friends. And you're
Yeah.
like, they're so different, but you
I
like them.
I like this Dodgers team more than I like that Lakers team. I rooted for them hard, but Kobe was such a jerk. Rest in peace, man.
Hot take.
He was. He's just a jerk. And I maybe we'll find out more about this Dodgers team. But right now, I'm rose-colored glasses. I'm like, they seem devoid of that kind of. Like Mookie is, dude. Mookie after game like 6, he hit the single that got them the game-winning run, but he batted like 220 in the World Series. Like his average was bad. And he was talking to Jeter and Poppy afterwards, and he was like. He's like, I haven't been playing that good. I was like, oh my God. And then Jeter's like, but you've been playing great defense, and tried to like gas him up.
Yeah.
Like he was just so real.
It was cool. Did you see the interview where Ohtani at the end of the interview, A-Rod snuck in an autograph request?
Really?
He
That's
goes,
cool.
He goes, hey, can you just sign right here for me?
Yeah.
He goes, thanks, brother.
That's
You're
cool.
a great guy.
I love him.
I don't know if you guys have seen the Kike Hernandez clips circulating of him in the locker room. Have you seen these?
No.
Oh, dude, we gotta watch him. Where he's
Can I be honest about Kike?
yeah.
He might have been my least favorite player on the team.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know enough about him.
I don't know. I think I just something about him in the last game.
Is he trying too hard with the glasses or something?
Just some. You know when Pages made that catch and trucked him over, I was kind of happy. That I was like, that's a great play for 2 reasons. One, Pages made a miracle play. 2, he knocked over Kike.
Well, yeah, and I don't think Kike was going to catch that. He looked
No.
like he was in bad position. I mean, Dave Roberts, what a manager. Puts Rojas
Yeah.
in there that game.
Yeah.
Hits the game-winning homer, and then he puts Pages in center.
I heard
And his-
Rojas' wife was like, "You're going to win the game tonight."
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that.
Really?
She said you're gonna hit a home run tonight before the game.
Get out of here.
Yeah, here I'll pull
That's
it up.
Let's go.
Cool.
Hey, and a lot of respect to the Blue Jays too. They got a very likable team. Vlad Guerrero Jr., what a stud. I watched and rooted for his
Yeah,
old
I was
man.
rooting for that guy. Yeah.
He was an impossible out, just like always. You couldn't jam him. You couldn't do nothing to him.
If they would have won, I would have been happy, to be honest.
Yeah,
It would have been fun to watch them
I did
win.
feel bad for the Blue Jays,
Yeah.
because they both fought so hard
It was a great
to
series.
Game 7. It's like the feeling after not winning that is like, man, imagine that. Yeah, I gotta go through a whole other season, try to get there.
Yeah.
it's tough.
Yeah, I thought it was the best World Series of my lifetime.
Really. Yeah.
I mean, the Cubbies one was great. I got to be there when they won too, and see Joe just like his mind just melt.
yeah.
Whoa.
But I thought these games were more fun to watch. The Cardinals Rangers was a good one, but no, none of them were. This one was the best.
I'm really stoked on this conversation because I actually have an announcement. I am now a Dodgers fan.
Hell yeah.
I'm actually going to follow suit. I'm a Dodgers fan now too.
Yeah.
And it took everything in me to, I was going to buy a hat to prove it today, but I didn't have time.
I should have worn my hat.
I love the Dodgers. Go Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, I'll third that. Yeah, I was a Dodgers fan. I'm a fan of winners. So Dodgers are pretty solid winners.
That's oh, dude, looks good. Jake, are you a Dodgers fan?
I grew up a Cardinals fan, but I haven't really been too into baseball the last couple of years. But I do go to like 3 or 4 Dodgers games a year. So I think by that rule, I'm a fan.
How great is going to a Dodgers game too? Chavez Ravine, come on. Does it get any better?
I know it's where Paul Walker tested out his Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Really?
He's like, my car topped out 140 miles per hour this morning. Because he did in the Dodgers parking lot.
No way.
Yeah.
Hey, can I do a babe of the week real quick that's connected to sports but not about the Dodgers?
Yeah, 100%.
Guys, I want to give a shout out and a spotlight to a football player who's long been forgotten but deserves to be remembered because he was a unique specimen. In a world of specimens, he stood out. And what I liked about him was even though he was good at football, he cared more about being buff. This is the story of David Boston. David Boston was a good wide receiver out of Ohio State who went to Arizona. In 2001, he had a great season, 1,598 yards, 8 touchdowns. Ends up getting signed by the Chargers to a big deal, 7 years, $47 million. Go to the photo.
This dude's ripped.
1 row down, second to the left. That one.
He's the Rock.
Okay, he goes to the Chargers. He goes from weighing about 220 to 250. Unheard of for a wide receiver. He's got a full-time trainer. He's taken all sorts of pills. No one knows what he's on. He passed 7 drug tests. They didn't test for HGH back then. The whole team's like, dude, you got to stop being so buff. You can't extend for catches. Like, you're not the same player. He goes, nah, I'm staying buff. Ended up kind of flaming out of the league. But I respect that so much.
He looks so good.
Look at him.
That's
Put up
so
the
cool.
photos. Pierced nipples. He used to wear eye contacts of different colors.
He's kind of like the Dennis Rodman of football.
He was the Dennis Rodman of football.
Wow.
And he had that kind of particular personality. And it's interesting. Like his dad was a lines judge in the NFL, like a ref. His mom was a teacher. His sister became like an attorney. And he was just a different cat and self-avowed that way. He got suspended because he got in a fight with his lifting coach with the Chargers because the coach wouldn't let him bring a girl into his room overnight. And yeah, I just think...
I mean, look at that he's got 0% body fat. That's
And he got up to 260.
Him catching the ball there in the Bucks uniform.
I feel bad for the ball.
You can't keep your eyes off.
So
You're just looking at his arms.
I bring him up too because me and my brother went to a Chargers game in like 03 and we brought binoculars and we just looked at David Boston's arms the entire time.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, he was 6'2", 250 playing wide receiver. So I would recommend all the kids at home who want to just like be inspired by a buff dude, just go look at this guy's body all the time.
But he's not a household name though, is he?
He could have been if he decided he was probably the top 3 receiver in the league for a year. But it didn't make him happy being buff, dude.
What do you think was preventing him from being like Randy Moss, like level recognition? Because it sounds like he has celebrity, he's got personality, he's got the athletics.
Consistency. He only had one great year. I think he could have done it if he was. I mean, he ran a 4.32 40. He was a freak, but he just wanted to be buff.
I can respect
And he
that.
had, he got a DUI for being on cocaine. I don't think he drank, but he did cocaine, which is cool.
Yeah,
And
That's actually cooler that he didn't drink but did.
it's a rare Dewey.
yeah.
And or more rare Dewey. And I think he just wanted to live his life quirky.
He seems like the kind of guy who would leave sports for acting.
But not a lot of parts for black men. So that's my next point.
Wow.
That's why next week I'm doing Morris Chestnut as my babe of the week.
Who's that?
Underrated black actor who was tremendous in The Brothers and 2 Can Play at that game, but probably didn't have the career he deserves.
Wow.
Do you guys think...
But he was Chris Evans, but better.
Do you think that when the Gentle Chodes is playing Wembley. Yeah, everyone's holding up their dildos during your, during your emotional ballad about Joe's load,
which we will be doing Wembley eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think one or both of you will leave to go do acting?
I think I could see that. I could see both of us going, although I'm not sure what kind of roles are available for Kevin. But I could definitely see both of us going and having a successful career in conjunction with the musical career.
So adult.
Multimedia force.
Yeah, I would say across the board. Multi-genre.
I could see it too.
What do you guys think is worse for people? Gambling or porn?
Are both bad?
That's a good question.
Gambling. I installed a porn blocker on my computer.
Hey, good for you,
Over the
man.
Did you
weekend.
really?
Yeah, actually, because it's so easy to just go to bed and feel like, oh, let's see a cum fart before I go to sleep. But I was like, enough, and I've been 3 nights now without watching.
Hey, good.
I feel lighter.
You got extra bandwidth.
The shame, there's like a release of shame, and I'm like, it's pretty. It's actually, I legit feel better.
Good.
Wow.
Is that interesting?
Interesting.
Yeah.
There are apps that can help you, like Quitter. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I did cold turkey.
Oh.
Wow.
I was a net nanny guy.
I remember Net Nanny. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's good. So
I like the name. I don't know, man. I have a very unpopular opinion. I don't think porn's really bad. That necessarily all that bad. I think it depends on your relationship with it, the way you grew up, and the values you were instilled in, and the level of shame that comes naturally to you and guilt. I think all that determines what the effects of porn are on you. I think that if you don't necessarily have that, porn can actually be a great stress reliever. It can actually really regulate you and balance you in many ways. And I think stress can be way more harmful than any type of addiction in some circumstances.
yeah, no, I think it's more nuanced too. I wouldn't say it's like good, but it is effective. Like I think people are like, oh, it's horrible, and I'm like, well, it does take the edge off. It does give people a moment for themselves. It does overall help them relax. Maybe someone's going to cheat and they don't because they have like an easy outlet for those kind of urges.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's great for you, but it's effective. And I think that does get lost in the conversation. I'm like, maybe if there was no porn, no jacking off, we'd have fights in the streets.
It could be way worse. I think porn are like lane gutters. They kind of keep you in line. You know what I mean? They stop you from going way out of bounds. Some people would get crazy, I bet you, if porn wasn't around. I bet you the testosterone would just hit their brain and they would just get so horny and maybe be inappropriate in public. But with porn, you're able to sort of self-medicate, kind of like come back to neutral.
Just to play dong advocate here.
Yeah.
What if there were a world without porn? Do you think? Because I see what you're saying as a stress reliever, but the fact that we're fed these images and this video, and we kind of see the possibility of what we can do.
Yeah.
Do you think that angers young men because they're not getting that in real life?
Some guys maybe. I would think it more often doesn't anger them. I think it pacifies them to the point where they don't pursue it in real life as much.
Right.
And yeah, maybe it does give guys like a kind of sadness where they're like, well, look at all these pretty girls on video and I don't get that, and they're kind of bummed out. I think real life can do that to you too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely think, I guess the reason I'm saying there's some positives to it too, or just trying to like not make it as like absolute, is because like I listen to like Nick Fuentes on Tucker Carlson, and he was saying they should arrest like the guy who started OnlyFans and like all these things, and Tucker was like, yeah, I agree, they should arrest those guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I was like, I mean, if they're doing something illegal, like if there's underage people on there, or if there's people who are forced into it, then yeah. But I was like, just for doing something that you consider immoral but is consensual, like, then I was like, my brain started going like to extrapolations, and I was like, should we arrest all the dudes and women who cheat? Like, should we make adultery illegal and just start rounding up? Because then pretty soon we're not going to have anybody left.
It's a silly take, and I think that when you hear somebody take such an extreme angle like that, we should arrest the guy who founded OnlyFans. It's kind of like, to me, that more signals like, oh, you have an abusive relationship with this content than I do, because I don't have those kinds of feelings. And at the end of the day, I would actually argue social media platforms might have a worse effect on you than porn, because porn is sort of a realm of fantasy. You're sort of playing this fantasy out in your mind and visually, and it has a place. There's a space for that. But social media, the place is real life. That's the space we're all in. And I feel like people feel like, oh, I'm missing out on having a child or a relationship or the evolution of my career.
We have a harder time distinguishing between what's real and fake in social media versus porn.
Yeah, and porn is sort of this realm of like, oh, anything goes, but it's contained to this.
You see that the social media, the negative effects of social media, you see that in women a lot. The comparison. I think men do it too, but like with women, it's that compare. It's so easy to compare with beauty standards, with like, with the lifestyle, all that stuff. Nice. Especially with like, female like influencers, they're like putting out like, it's like, here are the products I'm using. Here's what I'm wearing. Here's and it's like, it's, all that consumerism, and it drives, I think it, drives people to spend frivolous amounts of money that,
and it makes them not like what they have. Like
exactly.
It leads to
that's
a lot
the biggest
of,
thing. Yeah.
Like people feeling bummed.
I think that's the most dramatic consequences, like the effect of that on women. But now here's my question. It creates a lot of insecurity in people, and they're sort of becoming victim to this like general force of social media and the way people are portrayed on it. So they compare themselves, and then they don't feel good. But as an individual, you have agency. Do you bear responsibility in your own feelings?
Yeah, no, I think maybe we're seeing the limits of what we're capable of in terms of resisting. Like we're all like, hey, we have all the rights, we have autonomy, it's up to me to protect myself. Yeah. But then we're looking around and we're like, shit's gnarly, maybe we can't handle it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, these social media companies, they literally have, I think they hire neuroscientists they're literally creating they're with the algorithm and stuff, the TikTokification, they're literally they're curating it to be more and more addictive. And
because addictive means success. It's being more efficient, successful, it's working better. Yeah. So a good algorithm means more viewership. That's the measure of success for them.
Yeah. And so it's kind of, they don't seem to really care about the effects as long as they're, driving up the profit. And two, like, you're talking about gambling. Like with gambling, you just, and I've seen like Jeff Pearlman talk about this, and like,
he does great stuff on it.
About like everyone, like sports gambling is everywhere now, and everyone's talking about sports gambling, and it kind of just burst onto the scene, and you're like, you kind of just think you don't realize how it's permeated the entire culture.
So this is kind of a pivot, but I got a beef of the week as well. The Cincinnati Bengals, they were winning with 45 seconds left, and somehow the Bears came back and won. I could just see it in my face, Joe like throwing a fucking glass thing at the ground, right? Like when they with 45 seconds left, I thought they were losing, and then his emotions going back to be like, oh my god, we won.
Yeah.
Like,
so that is a pivot from gambling and porn, but yes, sorry. I agree. I was there actually. I saw Joe's reaction to that game.
Oh, really? How was it?
I'm sorry, I was there right after the reaction. He was relieved. He was stressed all day, and then he went victorious. I mean, he showed up to the pig after and felt like he had a heart attack. Pretty much every game the Bears play is a heart attack.
Yeah, he rides and dies with them. Wait, Jake, there's someone in the chat, Megatron, who's saying that from a woman's perspective, porn is harmful because many guys have such unrealistic expectations of in real life women based on what they see in porn. I hear that. I guess I just don't know what that looks like in actuality. Will you see if she wants to call in or if she'll say more in the chat? Because I get that. But as someone who is totally addicted to porn and had huge issues with it, it did hurt my boner. But I if I was connected to the person, I was fine. And I never really was like, I don't have crazy sex. I never really did. I like to have a lot of sex, but it was never like, you know, I got to be like jamming your mouth with a dildo and like saying the craziest things. I had one relationship where we kind of were testing our boundaries, but I think we were also like 25 and that was just like us figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like, it felt like I would have got there without porn. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I haven't felt that effect as much in myself. I've had other problems, but not that one. So I'd be curious what that looks like.
Yeah. I mean, that style of sex is kind of where I naturally land.
Jam of the throat.
Yeah. I mean,
dildo in her mouth and you're like, there's going to be 5 guys coming through the door pretty soon.
Yeah.
We're all going to have sex with you.
Yeah. I mean, you see me here, I'm pretty chill and, low key, but when I get in the bedroom, I am just,
the gag and
expect a fist,
handcuffs and
wow. Oh, okay. So this is what she said. She's like, I can't call right now, but what I'm talking is mostly just dudes online seeing a perfectly average woman and dragging her in the comments, shit like that. Okay, I totally agree with that, but I don't think that's necessarily because of porn. I think a lot of guys are just dicks. You know what I mean? Like in social media.
These comments aren't reflective of like the general male population. These are, first of all, a lot of bots, a lot of incels on porn sites. You can't read these comments and think, oh, that's what guys think.
But dude, it's female. I just posted a clip with the female comic the other day. And like, bro, the dudes who were coming at her and the rude shit they were saying was insane.
But have you seen these guys? Like, you click on the profile and you see the photo. You're like, that's what that guy looks like? I'm not taking this seriously.
But it's... those words still hurt. It's crazy. I think my thing is those guys should have to pay to say that to the woman. Like if you're going to insult a woman, you have to pay her online. You got to pay her $5 first, and then we'll see how bad you really want it.
How do you enforce that?
I'm sure they could come up with something.
I agree. It's like slow burns, slow cuts. Over time, it takes a toll on you. I could see how that'd be horrible.
Guys, we are brought to you by my favorite hair care company in the world, Highland Style. I love Highland Style. Look, I was talking about products I used last year on the pod, and a lot of people DM me. They're like, dude, there's gnarly products in those. Honestly, it could contribute to hair loss. It's making your hair unhealthy, that's for sure. Highland Style reached out. They just sent over. They're like, dude, try this for your flow. It's got safe ingredients, all natural, good dudes. They're in Colorado. They care about the earth. Just solid, epic people. And I tried it and I was like, one try. And I was like, I'm a Highland Style guy.
Let's go.
I love it. Highland Style is the best for your flow. Keeps your hair healthy. You can use it and you can be like, I feel like I'm using a fun, conscientious company for my flow. And that's why I like them so much. And it's just a great product. A lot of people are sick of styling their hair with toxic goop packaged in plastic. Not with Highland. Boone and Chad DM'd. I'm Chad. Boone and Chad DM'd about the Garnier Sur Cream I was using and how I could take better care of. I mean, the guy's name is Boone. You gotta love a guy named Boone.
Boone.
Highland Style is free from the nasty shit that harms your hair, scalp, and overall health. Highland's award-winning products are formulated with wild and natural ingredients that are backed by science, plus they're reef and coral safe. Carried online and in the best barbershops and salons across the country, Highland is changing how people care for their hair one dome at a time. Guys, go to www.highland.style/deep or use code GODEEP at checkout. That's www.highland.style HIGHLAND.style/deep or use code GODEEP at checkout.
Bro, one of our friends who's a pretty female comedian, she just has a guy who like stalks her basically, and like will show up in any of her shows.
Oh,
and
that's
like,
scary. Yeah.
And like one message he loves her, and then the next message he's like, I hate you. You're a stuck up bitch. You're ugly. How dare you think you're special?
That's not cool. Yeah,
and then the girl I posted with, we were just talking about like relationship dynamics, and someone's like just insulting her in the most base like ways.
It's tough.
You know, when people say female comics, a lot of times, you know, they're brave. I 100% think they're the bravest human beings.
Yes.
But in different ways. They're brave because on any given night, they post the address they're going to be at and perform at in public. And anyone can show up to that. I mean, they literally are so public. Like, I'm scared to tell people where I'm going to be at. And I'm a guy. If I was a girl saying I'm performing at this venue, it's just some bar. Well, anyone can show up.
And you do get a lot of girls do show up looking for the dong.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
For me, yeah. But for them,
Yeah.
No, dude, we've booked some female comics who they're like, you can't put my name on the poster. I have
Really?
a stalker. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they have to be anonymous
I
on
mean,
every
that
show.
affects your career, your health, your well-being. I mean,
It's insane.
It's like it's criminal.
On a positive note, though, for the gentle chodes, your stalkers, they just want to suck your dicks.
Yeah, you guys just get hot chicks every show, 5 of them,
Yeah.
big old juggies, just
they
wanting
want
to
to suck
rub.
Joe's dick mainly, and then
He's the king.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Joe will never allow it. Like
Yeah.
he's the most deferring person. He won't. He's never taken advantage of our services.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I'll go to you guys' shows and I see like female fans bringing like a paint bucket, and they're like, fill this with your load.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they literally are just begging for Joe's load, and he just stands there stoic as all hell.
Yeah, you'll say, "I'm not doing that."
Yeah, I'm not giving you my load.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you still trading crypto?
Yeah. I'll trade crypto. I'll move away from alts, but I'll do the main, Bitcoin, Ethereum.
I heard a phrase the other day that it's leverage to the NASDAQ.
To the NASDAQ?
I said it wrong.
What is NASDAQ?
The NASDAQ.
Oh, leverage the NASDAQ?
It's leverage to the NASDAQ.
What does it mean to the NASDAQ?
That like as the NASDAQ goes, so goes crypto, but but with more volatility.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What about it?
Well, I guess where I was going is that when you're investing in something that's
The
so
NASDAQ. Okay.
wait, how do you say it?
The NASDAQ. It's the biggest index in technology.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, I know what it is. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it with my own
TAC.
NASDAQ.
I like that. There's the NASDAQ composite. Yeah.
All right. When you're investing in
green right
something
now.
that's so driven by like sentiment rather than like earnings or other more like quantifiable
Yeah.
like metrics, how do you feel good? How do you know when to go? Like what are you using to tell you what's smart?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're playing with fire, when you're in a bubble like we are now in some ways. We're in an extremely high valuations across the board. I just heard this morning, Palantir before earnings, they're at what, 85 PE? That's like the highest you can be. It's insane. It's a game of hot potato. It's fun to play, and you're going to win as long as you don't end up with the potato.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if at any point things come back to earth, then whoever's left holding the bag is going to get hurt. And I've been burned many times.
So you're talking about the stock market in general is
Yeah.
inflated right now?
Oh, it's the most highly valuated, companies and assets right now, I think, of like any ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like maybe we're doing the tech bubble sequel.
It's possible, but I mean, at the same time, it's not for nothing. I mean, AI is truly has substance to it, and it's not going anywhere, and it's going to change the landscape of the labor market, everything. I mean, it has an effect on everything. I mean, everyone I see now at coffee shops, I poke over, I look at their screen, they're on ChatGPT.
But so we've kind of transited. So you're more off crypto and you're more in just the traditional stocks.
I would say I flipped it where I used to treat traditional stocks as like my safety investments, and now that's become Bitcoin. I use that as my gold standard, and I'll go around and place trades in the stock market on companies that I sort of, I'm prospecting or.
And so the way you're thinking about it's like, okay, we're like in 97 right now. Tech stocks are just booming. There's money to be made. I don't want to get out too quick where I lose out on money to be made, but I don't want to stay in too long where I lose all of it. So it's just like, what is that perfect intersecting point to get out?
Yeah, I would say we're beyond 97. We're like 2001. I would say we're beyond like the buildup. We're at the cusp of it.
So you think the crash is imminent?
See, this is the weirdest thing is this is different. I feel like we're in a different time where as in 2001, we could have had a major crash. Well, we did have a major crash. Same thing in 08. But this time it feels different. And the reason is because it's not the people that are profiting are these companies. And I think we're in a major crash for the general population. I think so you think the stocks will continue to soar?
Yes. But the broader economy will continue to suffer.
We're suffering right now. I think beyond anything that people report on. I mean, look how many people are out there in the parade right now. It's like no one's doing anything right now in LA. Everyone's got.
And this is a big thing that you've been on. You hate Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed.
I don't hate him.
You think he should have been cutting bips way before, and you think. I'll let you take it from there, but talk about where you think unemployment is going. By the way, this is Amir. He's our buddies in the Gentle Chodes.
Yes.
Captain Dong.
Yeah, I can't even hear myself, but I'm just going to go here.
I just take him off.
So I personally think we're in a dangerous spot. And it's not that I hate Jerome Powell. I think he's a likable guy. He kind of reminds me of Stuart Little, you know?
The mouse?
Yeah, the mouse. He's got the ears and the nose and everything, and he's even the voice. Anyways, I like the guy. But I don't like what he's doing, and I don't think he's being honest with himself or with us. You know, I think the Fed's the reason we're in this position to begin with.
Can you elaborate? What exactly do you mean?
So we've had high interest rates for a few years, and I think that's in response to high inflation, which is partly the way the Fed and the government responded to COVID. So I think that is the reason why we've been in a highly inflated period. But the Fed should be a little bit more ear to the ground, right? They're clueless. They got their head in the sand. They're like a fucking ostrich. You know what I mean? Like, hey, wake up, look around you. They play this game like, yeah, we go off data, we read the data, and then we make policy decisions based off data. But the data is always behind, and I think you need to infer from that. You have to realize, listen, this is going to be delayed data.
So they're too reactive, not proactive enough.
Well, they're only reactive, but they should be a little bit more common sense. Do you know what I mean? Like right now, they recently reported the labor market is softening. Softening? Are you crazy? I don't know anyone who has a job in my field. We're all getting replaced. AI's coming in.
So tell them what your other job is.
Oh, so I'm a designer. I do motion graphics. So if you're hiring and you're listening to the pod, yeah, let me know. I got a resume. And so there's less and less work as we move forward, partly because of AI, multivariables, you know, partly because an economic constraint, high interest rates. And so I feel like the Fed has a very important responsibility to be setting rates at a place where companies feel comfortable hiring employees. But right now, we're dealing with soft labor market, which is insane. So many people are unemployed. The government shut down, so they don't even know how bad it is. It's way worse than they're saying.
Right. They don't even have new data right now.
Yeah, there's no data. And they're always wrong with the data. And on top of that, like people are just getting squeezed out, man.
Yeah, my friends who work in finance says they use more private data than any of the government data for when they're making decisions on their own business ventures.
Yeah, it's just bad data, and they always go back and revise it. They're like, we thought it was
400,000 jobs less, actually.
It's actually way worse than we thought it was, but it's too late by the time they've done that. It's like they've already made their decision. So I think that, look, somebody even wrote, I'm leaving the graphic design field because of the future of creative fields. It's really, really bad.
But what makes you think if interest rates were lower that these companies would then reinvest in the workforce?
I think that, well, first of all, historically, that's always been the case. So you lower rates, companies have more money and they're able to hire more. But that's also shifting right now. That's always been the thing. People hoard talent. People pay you just to be working there so that you're not with the competition.
Right.
Like they still do that. But right now, companies are hiring less because of the promise of AI. So potentially, you could just hold off hiring and just wait 8 months. And maybe by that point, ChatGPT is so good, you don't need to even hire to begin with. So we're dealing with a lot of problems. But by keeping rates high, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. There's just no chance. We need a chance. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And what do you see? What's the future? What do you see? Where do you see this all going?
I think in 1 year from now, and I've told you this before, that unemployment is going to be the biggest and only thing people talk about. Like it's already getting there, but we need to wake up because it's getting worse, and it's way worse than people even give it credit for. But in a year from now, do you know the society like we're going to be in if people are just out there running around, no jobs, you can't feed anything. There's no, Trump got rid of food stamps. It's how do people live? They're going to be crimes like never before. People are going to be robbing Trader Joe's, and I love Trader Joe's.
We're going to be fighting. You know what's funny though? Powell in his recent statement, he did a little speech. I mean, they had no stuff to announce because there's no new data, but he did say, I care more about jobs than I do about inflation. Looking forward.
That's a new thing. He's shifting that way.
You think he heard you grumbling?
I think he's late.
That's your big issue with him. You think he's always late?
He's always late. Just fucking wake up, man. You know what I mean? It's
but then
bad.
if he does cut,
and
everything and inflation keeps going, or the bubble bursts, he's got nowhere to cut to. Doesn't he kind of keep his gunpowder dry a little bit?
I think you have to do that and then let Congress take care of the rest. You know, when it comes to creating policies around AI, but there's high inflation and job loss is growing. We could actually be entering a period of stagflation, which is really bad. That's there's just so much going on. And let me say this. The one new thing that recently I heard about that kind of did challenge my views on this was this theory on ZIRP. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay. So zero interest rate policies for the last 15 years since 2008. We've been living in a bubble. It's kind of like maybe we've been living in this like simulated reality with low rates, and companies have been able to spend a lot and hire a lot, and we're just so used to it that for the first time we're entering a sober period where it's like, no, rates should be higher and companies should be more efficient.
Whoa, so we've been at Ibiza for like the last 10 years, just doing Molly every night and dancing. And then all of a sudden we're back at home and we're like, wait, this is what life is like?
And your
body feels like shit. Yeah.
And you came out of college and you were in Ibiza.
Wow. So we're getting a lot of people bummed. They're saying this is doom and gloom, dooming and glooming. I already hear this conversation everywhere. Let's talk about getting tan and crushing beers. Okay. I hear you. Let me go Patrick Bet David. Okay, I hear you. That's valuable. No problem. That's good insight.
You want to hear reality? That's fine.
But here's the thing. If we're part of the distraction and we're pulling you away from reality, then is that a problem? Do we owe it to ourselves to occasionally touch what's real so that you can believe us as real guys? Because I'm a real guy and it's important to me to be a real guy. But at the same time, I'm trying to help people too. And maybe I to me, my son, right? Mm. He says, Dad, I want to have a party. I say, okay, but what goes into a party?
Rob, can you pull up what goes into a party, the analytics, and what you need to have a party? Rob, what's going on with the mic? Are we losing the video? Rob, come on. Rob, you got one job to do. Rob, come on. You losing the mic again? Okay, we're back. We're live. Keep going.
Here's what I would say to people. And this might be bad. But let me say it. Okay. If you check into a podcast for a distraction, right? And you say, because, my groceries are high, my gas is high, I don't want to hear about this, the bummer stuff, right? Okay. Maybe you shouldn't be listening to a podcast.
Yeah. Maybe you should be watching porn.
Oh, you're saying okay, no problem.
Okay.
People want to know, what should I do? What should I do?
Oh, sorry, go
No,
ahead. Sorry.
you go ahead. You go.
Okay, we got Tom here. Tom's our economic expert. Tom, you say that the Fed is not raising interest rates, or they're not lowering interest rates. Okay, no problem. Now, how does that relate to 9/11 being an inside job?
Okay.
Is that a good impression?
Okay,
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, we saw it then.
Yeah.
Market's
that's-
unstable. Okay, cut rates. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Hillary Clinton,
Yeah.
Vince Foster. What happened there? Okay.
Wait, hold on. Before we break away from this, Hillary Clinton has a penis. No problem. Sorry.
No, you gotta go there. They do say
I
it.
tried.
Hey, it's risky,
I tried,
baby. Throw
I
it out
tried.
there.
Yeah,
I liked it.
We're live. We're doing it.
I
We're
felt a
live.
little nervous, but I liked it.
I like this guy. I like how I go. This is sounding the alarm. And you go, Hillary Clinton's got a penis.
Look, Candace Owens made a hell of a career off stuff like that.
Raise the rates.
I guess when people say, "What should I do?" You're doing something interesting. So you just bought a house in Arkansas and you're renting it out,
Yeah, a couple.
and you don't go and look at them.
No.
You just grab them.
No.
But you're doing well on those. They're working
Yeah, they're
for
fine.
you.
They're stable. Yeah, I mean, I've always been a little bit risky, and I do things that maybe aren't well thought through. But I'm doing something.
But you
At
would
least
kind
I'm
of
doing-
gamble. When I knew you've gotten much better about it. But
Yeah.
like pre-COVID days,
Yeah.
you were
irresponsible.
you were riding the lightning.
Oh, I
and
was
you
just
had a
learning.
nice nut, and you'd be throwing it down on on like penny stocks, like high volatility stuff, and just
Natural gas and crude oil.
and you were just riding the lightning.
I used to wake up in the morning, talk about jerking. You rub one out and just start buying crude oil.
That's cool.
It was
I
awesome.
love the way you live your life.
Yeah.
He was being
That's
risky,
awesome.
bro. It
Yeah,
was
dude.
risky.
That's cool, though.
There's
You
something
know how
to
good
it.
that feels? And 6:30 is when the market opens on the West Coast.
Yeah.
I'm talking 6:45. I'm in the bathroom. I'll come out and buy more oil.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
But then you got your head on straight, and now you're owning property in multiple states.
Well, yeah, I took some hits along the way.
you took some big hits,
Big hits.
but you
big
live
hits.
for the hit.
I live for the hit. You know what's crazy is when you lose a lot of money, it almost feels like you made a lot of money.
Norm Macdonald talked about that.
Did he?
Yeah, he's like, after I lost all my money gambling, I remember I felt kind of good. I went and got a cup of coffee, and I just kind of sat there and I was like, okay. There's something purifying about it.
If there's a really insane quick shift, it feels super exciting. A lot of adrenaline.
Right.
In fact, back in my early days when I started, I was losing money. I took my first big hit. It was $30,000 in a trade. Before that, I was learning. I was like losing a little bit of money here and there. I think I lost like $200 one day. I told Joe. Joe was like, "You're a dumbass." And then later I lost the 30,000, and I told Joe, and Joe said, "All right, well, be careful."
Yeah, because at that point you already lost. There's no point in hammering
Yeah,
you. You
yeah.
probably need someone to lift you up. That's good situational awareness.
So
by Joe.
those were the early days, and then later it became like way worse than that.
But
Okay, so
right.
you wake up in the morning, 6:30. So, a guy's watching this and he goes, okay, Amir wakes up 6:30 in the morning, jacks off, buys some crude oil. No problem.
No problem. No problem.
That's all I got.
You wanted to do the voice.
I know.
You like doing the
I
voice.
love doing
No,
PVD.
dude, go, baby.
But I run Valuetainment, all right? I
own a company.
I own a company. We moved to Florida. Because I grew up in Los Angeles, but then I saw what it became, and I thought, okay, if I'm gonna jack off and buy crude oil here, I might as well be doing it with lower tax rates.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
You wake up in the morning, you buy some crude oil. There's guys here in the ground. There's guys in your pants. No problem.
But I guess to the overall thing then, so I think we never settled it. Gambling probably worse because you can lose more.
But is it bad though? Maybe if you lost it.
I'm saying it can be worse. The potential for danger in both are there, but I feel like you're going to lose your family, your home, your life more with gambling.
I think that when you lose money gambling, you deserved to lose it. You have to take responsibility. Last year I lost 100.
100K?
Yeah.
Mamma mia.
In one bet?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not gambling. Gambling or
It was options.
Right, your stock market
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Which is kind of, they feel the same to me sometimes.
Yeah, it is the same. They, Ed Thorpe, great algo trader, he said, people feel like, I'm going to ruin this, but it's a great quote. People don't realize how much investing is actually like betting, and people don't realize how much gambling is actually like investing. There's a lot of similarities there.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I used to think it's different. I thought you just do your research, you learn the stock, you find trends, and then you're investing and you know what you're doing. I realized nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. Sure, you can find your edge and maybe you'll do good for a while, but it never lasts forever.
I agree that if you're losing money gambling, you gotta take responsibility for that. The thing I have a problem with now, and this is because I've been listening to Jeff Pearlman talk about it mostly, and some other people, some CoffeeZilla videos. Marketing to kids, marketing it to young adults, to teens.
Yeah. If
I were in college and they were like, every influencer was, talking about sports gambling, and you'd see, like, you see on like Barstool's like Instagram, it's like Jersey Jerry won 100K on this bet. It's like,
yeah,
they're kind of marketing it as a way to like get rich quick.
I think you're nailing it.
Yeah.
It shouldn't, none of these things, I'm not saying get rid of anything. I don't think full prohibition works anyways. You know what I mean? So it's better to have it regulated so you can track what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's how ubiquitous all this stuff is.
Yeah.
It should be hard to get some porn. It should be hard to place a bet. When I was growing up, not that I'm nostalgic, there's a lot of things better now, but I'm just saying in terms of being able to indulge these very powerful vices, it took a little sweat. You had to go to the store, convince the cashier to sell you a porn maggie. You had one set of boobs for a month, and that's all you were cranking to. Yeah. If you wanted to place a bet, your dad had to have a shady friend. He had to be working through a bookie. You had to go through the lines in the newspaper. There was some barriers to keep you from getting there. And it made it worth more when you got them. And then, we always used to say, like, The Wire season 3 was like, if we legalize drugs, there'd actually be less bad usage and more people could actually get sober, like this kind of converse thinking. They legalized a lot of drugs in like Portland. They're making them illegal again.
Yeah.
It was bad for it was bad for the situation. So yeah, maybe it's just how are we dosing it? We're dosing it too across the board. It's too much in people's heads. I don't know what the solution is. A lot of these, like COSA, which Ro Khanna was supporting, I've talked to people in social media. They think it's good politics, bad policy. He's just doing that to draw up a win so he can say I was doing stuff. Like, is it actually going to work? I don't know. I don't have the solution to that. I don't know. No problem. But maybe less in kids' faces. I think we can all agree on that.
Okay,
Protect
no problem.
The kids. Protect the kids.
But hold on a second.
I'm done spinning.
But I'm curious though. Do you feel like that's coming at it from the lens of nostalgia, a pro-regulation standpoint? Do you feel like you just want to spoon feed everybody, or should you just let the kids play and fuck up and hurt themselves and then learn? And the best ones will learn.
But don't they, like, I'm even talking like in Europe, you're not allowed to advertise for like pharmaceuticals.
Really?
Like, I mean, isn't the problem in America, and we're a great country, the best country. I love us more than everybody.
Number one, no
but
problem.
The way that we put commodification above everything else means that you're constantly being sold to. And I don't think we have, this is the thing we're circling back to throughout the pod. Maybe it's the theme of the whole show, is just, do we have a strong enough filtering process to resist that? I'm addicted to porn.
Dude, by the way, I listened to the Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes interview too.
Yeah.
Tucker's style of interviewing, when he'll say something outrageous, it's so funny when he's like, and porn makes you gay. And he goes, what is that? It's so funny.
You know what? I guess the thing with that, if we're going into there, is Tucker's a great presenter, great interviewer. His pace is good. I could learn a ton from him.
Right.
That was a softball ass interview if I've ever heard one, because Tucker did no research.
Right.
Like Nick Fuentes is
He was
like
learning about him on the spot.
Yeah, which is good for conversation. but bad for all of us. Like he could have done it sounded like he did 10 minutes of prep.
Yeah.
Like he's like, Nick Fuentes is like, I got banned by TSA. I'm not allowed to fly. I was on the no-fly list for a year. And Tucker's like, what? Yeah. And then Nick's like, yeah. And he's like, because of like, did you do something wrong? And Nick's like, no, they banned me just because I was because of my beliefs. And then Tucker's like, that's incredible. And then they move on. I'm like, yo, Tucker. Like,
Right. Why did he get banned?
Well, so he says it's because of his beliefs, but then and I don't know the truth, but there's counter arguments online that it was because he got into an altercation with a flight attendant.
Oh, really?
And then so I'm like, bro, it would have been helpful, Tuck, if you did some background research on this, so you would have already had the counter arguments, and then you could have been like, well, I've heard this, and actually there was a report here, but instead it just lands as, his version of it, and then that's it. I'm like, that's not like, and I guess my bigger argument is like, not that that's all Tucker's job or all anyone else's job, but like, who's doing the journalism? Like,
right?
Where is that happening?
Yeah, I mean,
and if you're interviewing that guy, you are a journalist. You do, I think you do have a duty to all of us to kind of know about that shit.
I didn't know anything about Nick Fuentes, and I watched that interview, at least part of it, and I think that was geared towards me, somebody who has no clue who this guy is. And Tucker was acting like, the vessel for that. He was like, who are you? What do you do?
But I don't think that's help. I think you still got to do research and know who you're talking to so that it's an informed conversation. And
push
like
back on certain things.
Yeah. And then he asked him, like, who do you think should run for president? Which is a substantive question and an important one. And then Fuentes was like, Kanye, which to me was a joke.
Was it a joke?
I mean, yeah, I think he'll say it wasn't, but like, I don't think that was him being genuine. And I think it was him getting out of actually answering the question. Oh. And then Tucker just moved on. And I was like, so that was like the kind of one of the few like forward looking questions he asked him about policy, and then like, or about like something that would have a big impact for all of us. And like, then they just kind of like, I'm like, I don't know. Like,
yeah. I don't know much about Nick Fuentes, but that whole interview, the parts that I saw, they were talking about Israel-Palestine the whole time, or Israel.
Big chunk of it, yeah.
And it seems like everyone talks about that, and that's a big thing now. Everyone brought that up with Charlie Kirk. Now with Nick Fuentes, pretty softball, they're saying. Yeah.
I was surprised because I'd seen Tucker like go after Ted Cruz so hard and go after Sam Altman so hard.
Yeah.
But now I've listened to more of his episodes, and I realize he actually gives...
Right.
He does a couple hard-ass moves like that, so if you just know him from clips, you're like, fuck, bro, Tucker goes after a motherfucker.
Well, he accused Sam Altman of murder.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
Which was insane. Dude, I watched that shit. Like, I could only actually watch it once because it was so tense.
Yeah.
But it stuck in my memory, and I've replayed it in my head a bunch. But most of his interviews are actually pretty soft.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, really?
Well, he interviewed Putin, was like, you guys got really cool stores here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, bring that same energy, dog. Okay.
He also interviewed the president of Iran, I think.
Well, okay, that's what I wanted to transition to. Good shit, bro.
Oh, nice.
Dude, so you're Persian, Iranian. Your dad lives in Iran.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Can you talk about, because we shot with you a video one day while the bombing was going on in Iran.
Oh yeah.
Could you kind of recount like having those conversations with your dad and stuff?
Oh damn, that's heavy. Yeah,
Is it too heavy? I thought it'd be...
No, it's fine. I mean, I got to remember, Iran so far away, someone wrote. Yeah, because Iran got bombed early in the year. It was in the summertime. And that was crazy because I don't think Iran has been really bombed or been in a war in a long, long time. But yeah, it was... What was the context again? It was like...
Man, I'm going to have to tell you what your dad said to you while he was getting bombed.
You want to know what my dad said?
Your memory is just trash for such a big dramatic moment. I thought you would get there right away. I remember it more than you do.
No, he said some really impactful stuff. First of all, let me just break it down real quick. It was awkward. It was an awkward bombing. I'll say that. Because nobody wants to be bombed. And so I had... lost touch with my family because there's no internet signal at the time. I can't get a hold of anybody. My cousin had just left the US to go to Iran weeks before. and he's stuck there. And I'm like trying to reach him and my dad to see who's safe, what's going on. And at 5 a.m., you could call for like 20 seconds. You could get through, and it would cut off after like 10, 20 seconds. So I tried every morning for a while, get a hold of my cousin. And I reached out to my cousin, and I said, I finally got a hold of him. First of all, I was elated he was alive. Two, I said, what's going on? What are you? He goes, yeah, can you not hear it? And then he had a quick chunk, a few seconds, to tell me that he was having some wild sex during this time, and that he had just recently discovered his new fetish. He said, I've never had sex like this before. He said, this is something I probably can't, this is my new thing, is to the bombings happening and you're having sex. It's like you're so present. I've never been this present. So that's great, but how's everyone? It's alive. So anyways, that's my cousin. Took me more time to get in touch with my dad. I finally texted with my dad, and he sent me some really powerful messages about, we're okay. We've been hit, bombed. We're safe, but if in case I don't make it, I want you to know that I just got a really nice new vacuum cleaner, and I'll leave it to your name. And I realized he was kidding. And I realized that my dad has a sense of humor in these tough moments. And he then went on to say something like, life is a song and dance. Never take it too seriously. At the end of the day, we're all fucked. And he said some really powerful things in that moment, which I can't remember the exact wording of, but I remember thinking about it and thinking to myself, oh my God, they're over there in like a potentially life or death situation. And this is the attitude. And you can pick how you live your life, and you can decide how you react to situations. I'm over here freaking out about losing a job or, paying my rent, mortgage, whatever. They're over there worrying about a very different scope of things. And that's the reaction that they picked. And it made me realize, we have so much in our control. Like, we can decide how we live our lives and how we react to things and horrible things. It's really a choice. I don't know if that's what you wanted to talk about, but
that just fired me.
That was beautiful, Amir. You nailed it.
I love that.
So,
and it makes you think too, how epic were the nuts in World War II?
Crazy. Nobody talks about that.
Yeah. Can you imagine? We saw it in the Jude Law movie, Enemy at the Gates, I believe. Yeah. He just busted a fat load.
Barracks boning.
But imagine if you're let's say you're in London, bombs are falling, and you're doing doggy.
There's a band, Say Anything, Alive with the Power, Glory of Love. Bro, that song is about two Jewish people getting it down before the Nazis come in.
Wow.
And it's probably my favorite song of all time.
That's sick.
Wow.
It's a bagatana.
Yeah, people don't really bring that shit up.
Dude,
but,
you should write a dong song and be like, we about to nut like we in World War II.
But World War II, a lot of the people were separated. The man was out abroad fighting for...
No, but I'm talking about getting German strange too. I'm talking about you're in a French village and all of a sudden Claudette comes over with those, a bucket of pastries, and you're just like, she's like, thank you for protecting us.
Yeah.
You said, where'd you learn English? She's like, my father was a traveling musician, and he lived in New York for a few years. Like, your dad's from New York, huh? Yeah, I'm from New York. And you just look at each other.
You ever tried H&H Bagel?
And then you go, look up. We got a battle coming up in a little bit. I'm in love with you. That fast.
Wow.
I would have eaten so much butt.
Would you?
Yeah.
Just eat that ass.
I picture you. I'm going even a little bit, just visually, I'm going earlier. It's WW1. It's a trench. There's 12 French broads lined up with their derrieres just right at eye level. And you're on your knees, side shuffling through the mud, just tasting and testing.
That's a good derriere impression.
Yeah, Lieutenant, we are about to mobilize. All right, I'm ready. Do you guys know the history of the falling out between Hooters founders?
No.
Oh.
Do you?
Sorry.
He wasn't expecting us to
way you
lock
guys
in like
know.
that.
No.
Do you guys know the history of the falling out between Hooters founders?
No.
Crazy. So they start Hooters. Right away, it's a success. It starts growing. You know, it's booming. They're setting up different locations. One of the founders, Danny, had an issue. He was an ass man. And he brought up to the board, he's like, look, the core message of Hooters is antithetical to my passions and my truth. So he organized a coup, a takeover of the company, so that he could start his own, so that he could change it to a restaurant that prioritizes ass.
Whoa.
The other founders found out about this, forced him out of the company, and he started to create his own competitor called Dumpers, which focused on matzo sticks and ass.
Wow.
And it never made it.
Wow. It's like the Tesla.
Which one's a Tesla?
Like Edison is tits and Nikolai Tesla is like booty. That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
So where is he now?
He became a plastic surgeon. He does BBLs.
Whoa.
He still made his life into something important.
Yeah. Great group of guys.
Great group of guys.
I was gonna say that he should name it Thighs and Pies.
Oh, you
Make
should
it a
start
pizza
that, Jake.
restaurant. Thighs and Pies, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because then pie also suggests the cooter, which is nice. I just wanted to fuck that sentence you said.
Dude, the vet was so rude to my dog last week.
Really?
I get the report back. My dog had just like a basic physical, you know, blood work, urinalysis. I look at the report, it says the coat, good, you know, blood looks good, urine looks good, gums look good. Then I see body, 5 out of 9. I call the vet. I'm like, yo, did you just call my dog a 5? Vet goes, that's how we rate body composition. So like 9 is severely overweight. A 1 is severely underweight. I'm like, don't play games with me. You call my dog a 5.
Yeah, you know what you did.
Yeah,
Yeah, what kind of scale is strongest in the middle?
exactly. I'm like, my dog's a 10 out of 9, you know?
Yeah.
And
Was the vet hot?
yeah.
Oh.
And I
one
thought it
of
was like a
those.
subtle dig. It's like, look, your dog is healthy, but, you know, just a 5.
Wow.
And I was like, you know, I just took so much umbrage with it. I was like, it's like, I already think like rating women is like kind of not cool, but rating dogs, they're like pure of heart. And to see a medical professional doing that,
You know, I've seen a lot of vets like that, to be honest. They just show up on the high horse, you know? It's like, who gave you the right to be treating dogs like that?
they're pissed because dogs are so cute.
They're jealous.
And if the vet is cute, they're like, no one's saying I'm cute. They're saying the dog's cute. But guess what? Your dog is a 5. And I'm like, look, you need to check your privilege at the door.
You think they're just they're setting you up to fail by making a scale out of 9 to begin with? Because you'll never be a 10.
Hundo P.
They're like, oh yeah, best you can do is 9.
Well, yeah, and then you chase their validation.
Yeah.
You keep going back to the vet, like, please tell me I'm a 7.
Yeah.
With your tail between your legs.
Yeah, just totally giving away my masculine energy.
Yeah, dude.
And
I
once
didn't
in a
even
while-
tell my dog. I didn't even like.
Oh,
I
of course not.
Dude,
No.
she's like, let me
No
see. She was like, let me
No.
see the report. I'm like, you don't even want to see. You're so healthy. It'll make you like. It'll make your ego go through the roof.
Yeah.
Is Lola your dog still addicted to porn?
Yeah. You know, when she was born, they said she had an outie vagina.
Wow.
Which is like, kind of like, her clit is, you know, it's just massive, bro.
Protrusion?
A protruding clit. Yeah.
Wow.
Because dogs, their clit is inside, you know. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She
Was she
"Your
always
dog,"
like that?
Yeah, the vet again was like, your dog has a huge clit. It
That's
looks like a
huge.
dick. And I was like, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, that happens.
Howdy.
I think they're kind of born from the same matter.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, like, so yeah, my dog is like just straight up just like humping my leg, and you know, I'll come home and she figured out the remote. Dogs are so smart these days. She figured out the remote. She's watching Skinamax. Luckily, she doesn't do the hardcore stuff. She watches like, you know, yeah, you know,
Regular.
yeah, regular, yeah.
Yeah.
Bush.
So I'm kind of the language police.
Okay.
I'll tell people, hey, you can use that word, you can't use that word. Like I told finance guys, you're not allowed to use the word froth.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
You got issue with that?
Well, I don't have issue, but did you ever find out who came up with it first?
Well, Greenspan didn't use it till like 05 to describe the housing
Really?
market. So I know surfers who were using it in 92.
Whoa, okay. All right, you got a point.
So I'm pretty solid on
All right.
that. Meghan Trainor, her big hit, All About That Bass. The song's about being a big girl and how fire that is, which I love.
Yeah.
I love a big girl. She got on Ozempic. She's half the size. She's still using that song. To me, you're not in that club anymore. You self-selected your way out. And that's good for you. You're skinny. You look great. You seem happy. But you don't get to have your cake literally and eat it anymore.
Especially because she, go.
No, you go.
Especially because she took that cake from us.
She gave away her cake.
She gave her away her cake to Big Pharma.
And so my thing is like, I don't know. To me, if you're a skinny mini now, or I don't want to use derogatory terms, but you know, I'm just trying to keep the flow like listenable. If you do something where you're no longer big, you're skinny, you're like, I don't know. Put it this way. If the Yin Yang twins became white, would we still let them say the N-word?
That's
I mean, that's a tough comparison because of course I would.
That's actually a really good point.
how many times?
That's going to be a clip. I think that's going to be a clip.
How many times can
It's
they
going to
say
be
it
tough
though?
to chop up, but I think there's something there, Jake.
How many times?
Dude, I mean, you know I'm the enforcer of this, and for those guys, I give it 1,000,000.
Whoa, 1,000,000 times.
You know, maybe we'll cap it here. I mean, I can hang with you guys all day. I'm having a ball. But Amir,
Yeah, it's fun.
You know, Joe is the one who gets all the credit or the notoriety, let's say, for having a big dong. I've heard from you that you have a big dong.
Yeah, you've heard it from me?
You told me.
I did, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't like to when we're talking about Joe's dong or singing about it, I like to give him the glory. I mean, you know, it's mythical, it's legendary. It's probably the biggest dong ever. But I don't want to come out and change the attention or steal anything from this, and I'm here to honor that dong. But at the end of the day, I have to be truthful and authentic to myself too, because you know I'm not a tall guy, right? I'm a shorter guy, and people don't really ever like expect that. But I don't know what to say or do, so I kind of try to keep it, you know, not really like steal the attention, hog it all here, no pun intended, but But yeah, I have a big dong.
That's all we wanted to know.
Yeah.
How big?
I've never measured it, but
Are we talking girth or length or both?
it's both. Yeah.
You know what's interesting? You mentioned you're not the tallest guy, but you got a big dong. Joe, not the tallest guy, huge dong. My old roommate, not the tallest guy, huge dong.
Wow.
My buddy from high school was about my height, not very tall, huge dong.
It's possible that when you're developing your body, that's where it all goes to, and
Right.
that kind of stunts a little bit of your height. And it's a tough thing to bring up, right? Because like I know you guys have marched for small dongs, and I stand by that, and I want to be a support. I want to be an ally, but I mean, like I have to live my truth too. You know, like I am a. I know,
You're a big dong guy.
It sounds bad, but
No,
yeah,
it doesn't.
yeah,
It sounds
yeah.
honest. I think that's what we've always been in support of is like just transparency.
Yeah.
I just think it's cool that we like subconsciously befriend big dong guys.
Balance.
Yeah, it's like I didn't know about your dong literally till now.
Wow.
And I've been staring at your bulge, and I'm like, makes total sense. You know, you have a prodigious bulge.
And I try to draw inspiration from it when I'm singing about Joe's dong. You know what I mean? It's you gotta sing about what you know. And in this case, I like to bring that type of energy. Now, Kevin, I don't think he has a big dong at all. I think he might actually be on the microscopic level, but I know that he has a huge fascination and appreciation for a big dong.
It's aspirational when he sings about it.
Yeah.
Have you slapped someone with your cock?
Consensually. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
God bless.
I will say this too. I forgot what I was going to say actually.
All right. Well, should we call it?
Yeah.
Or I got one more. Yep.
Yeah, what else?
I had one more little prepared thing. Then if we're going to do this cut that I said we're going to call it. Let's call it. I think we're good.
Jack Antonoff.
Leave all that in. I want people to know I know how to land a plane.
Do you?
No, I meant more of like
the
in like,
podcast.
yeah.